All right, let's now talk about the teleological argument. So as was stated in the last two presentations, in his masterwork Summa Theologiae, Aquinas develops 5 ways of proving God's existence. And in the previous lecture, we talked about the second way, or the cosmological argument. And now we're going to focus upon the 5th way, or what is referred to as the teleological argument. So in his 5th way, Aquinas argues that the universe is far too complex and well-ordered to have been created by blind nature alone. Rather, it is logical that such a complex system as the universe must have been created by a divine intelligence. And it is this divine intelligence that gives everything in the natural world a purpose or end. So as Aquinas writes in the Summa Theologiae, therefore some intelligent being exists by whom all natural things are directed to their end, and this being we call God. So as you might remember from the Good Life unit, Aristotle argued that everything in nature has a purpose, to become itself. So how did those things get that purpose, right? How did the oak tree or the fox or the dog or even we as human beings, how did we get a purpose? Well, Aquinas kind of fills in the blank by saying, well, God, the intelligent designer, gave us a purpose. And because of the kind of well-ordered nature and intricacies of the universe, we must logically assume that it was created by an intelligent designer. Now in 1802, the Protestant theologian William Paley gave his own version of the teleological argument, which is called the watch argument. And the watch argument goes a little something like this. If you stumbled upon a watch in a forest, let's say you're going for a hike and you find a watch, and if you opened up the back, you would notice its intricacies and well-ordered design. And Paley argues that you would therefore conclude that the watch could not have been created by blind nature, but rather by an intelligent designer, by a watchmaker. So if you found a watch and you opened it up and saw how complex it is, you would therefore assume, like a human being or an intelligent designer of some kind must have created this. Nature alone could not have produced such an intricate thing. And this is where it gets interesting. So Paley says, because the universe resembles the intricacies and well-ordered design of the watch, we must conclude that the universe was created by an intelligent designer as well. And this intelligent designer, Paley argues, is God. Now, advocates of Paley's position of the intelligent design argument love to use the cell as an example to support his theory. So if you've ever studied the cell, you will notice that it is comprised of, complex parts referred to as organelles, and these organelles kind of work together in these kind of mysterious ways. It sometimes seems as if like the cell is intelligent, that the organelles are kind of working together in some fashion, that it seems like something is guiding them toward it. And so intelligent design advocates say, see, the cell has not only been designed, but is continuing to be guided by an intelligent designer. And this kind of falls in line with Paley's argument, because if we were to put a watch and a cell side by side, we would notice that the watch is intricately designed and that the cell is intricately designed, and both are well ordered. So just as a watch requires an intelligent designer to create it, so too does the cell need a creative intelligence to create it. And again, both Paley and Aquinas and intelligent design advocates are basically making this argument that that the world operates according to this intelligent designer. So what do you think of the teleological arguments of Aquinas and Paley? Does the complexity and order of the universe logically lead us to the conclusion that it was created by an intelligent designer? What are your thoughts on this? Looking forward to hearing what you all conclude.